We're joined today by volleyball senior captains Erica Russi and Holly Bannister after a 3-0 victory over Rhode Island College, and it took about 54 minutes to complete that game. Good win, ladies. 7-1 on the year. Just kind of keep rolling. Today was really, it wasn't as difficult as maybe we would have thought. This is a team you had not defeated since '95, and last year beat you 3-0. A very different Rhode Island College team. Would you guys agree with that?
Definitely.
Yeah, a different coach, some different players than last year. Maybe they graduated a lot. But you guys played well. I thought you guys played better than you did against Gordon College this week. Talk about some of the differences between that game just a few days ago and today's game with the result.
Yeah. Go for it.
I think like a really common problem that we run into usually is when we play teams that not are down, but not as intense or strong, then I feel like we tend to play down and we lower our game, like our level of play. And I guess after Gordon, we kind of try to fix that problem. Yeah, I think that's what we try to do today.
A lot of what Yami talks about is like having that mental toughness, especially like when we play not as challenging teams. And after that game, you know, we really tried to step that up.
I definitely think it's tougher for us to play a lower.
No, I know what you're
like,
saying.
yeah.
Plus, it's not a conference opponent, so
exactly, and it's hard to do that
quite as much.
Right, compared to like really tough teams, it's a lot easier to play up.
Yeah.
I guess.
Is part of that issue? Do you think it's just a young team, a lot of contributing freshmen, some sophomores coming back playing a lot? Do you think that's part of it?
I think I mean, I guess that could factor in, but at the same time, it's like that, like intensity and competitiveness. And I feel like if that team doesn't challenge us in a competitive way, then we tend to lower our standards.
Like not work as hard.
Yeah,
because we might not necessarily need to.
And how does Coach Nolan feel about that?
She hates it.
Yeah, not happy, I'm sure.
No.
Not something you want to fall into. That's and that's common in sports, no doubt about it. Certainly, your next match, you will have no issue getting up for a team that you guys have battled and fallen on the wrong side of the ledger against.
Yeah.
Probably every time you've played them since you've been here. UNE on Monday in Biddeford. Talk about Erica's got the game face already. Talk about that match coming up and what that means to you and what you hope to bring going in on the road.
I don't know. We always have trouble beating them, and whether it's home or away. And we played a scrimmage against them just recently, like a couple weeks ago. But I don't think that's the team we are now. So I'm really excited to see the turnout for the game on Monday.
Yeah, I'm super excited for this game. Like Erica said, we scrimmaged them and we had a difficult time. We had some injured players and we just weren't really playing very well together, and they beat us, but you know, we weren't that far behind. And so I really feel like with the team that we have this year, like if everyone is like in full force, I really feel like we'll be able to bring out a W.
It's really been a budding rivalry over the years.
It really has.
And it's interesting, not a conference opponent, but of course an in-state one, and maybe, you know, probably your biggest in-state rival at this point, with some of the other programs around not being to the level that maybe they've been in the past. Do you think the younger players get that, like the newcomers? How are they going to adapt to such a intense atmosphere?
I think from the scrimmage game that they experienced, they don't really understand like the heat between the two teams, but like I think come game day they're gonna realize. Plus Yami, we all have they'll figure it out.
They've heard plenty of stories and they know.
Yeah, I mean it took me a little bit to figure it out freshman year, but not much though.
No.
Now we're still early in the season here, about a quarter of the way through, and have not played conference games yet. Those are coming right up around the corner. But these young players seem to be playing a huge role so far. They've played a lot, and we've asked these questions already. But do you see a lot of growth? I mean, we heard a lot about this class coming in and how good they were. We saw how good they were early on. Do you see a lot of growth as the season's gone along with those young players?
Yeah, I think so. I think they're starting to step into the roles a lot better, and they're starting to be more aggressive on the court as a player, which is good. So we're all growing together, and it's definitely an improvement over the past 2 weeks.
And I think we're working better as a team, too. Now that we've had a few games and a few weeks of practices, I think we're starting to really gel a little bit better.
Yeah. Well, it's always an interesting dynamic. Because you're senior captains, and of course your roles have changed slightly as a result of these girls coming in as freshmen because they're really good players.
Right.
That dynamic has been smooth, would you say?
I think so.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
I love them. I have
Yeah.
so much
Yeah.
fun. Like I feel like if I get along with them off the court, then I'll do just fine on the court. It's a very girl thing to say, but it's true.
No, it's very true.
It's how
I love them on and off the court.
I know.
For sure, yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like I don't even feel like a captain. I goof around too much. Oh, here I go again.
Nope. No, that's good. Well, ladies, congrats on a win today. Win is a win, 7-1, and good luck on Monday and the rest of the season.
Thanks.